Good morning, USA, and welcome back to the W Ritz Podcast. It's your boy, William Prisville, here with Isaac Zillbauer, the man himself.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the W Ritz Podcast.
It's been a long 1.5 weeks, and I know you've all been wanting this.
We have been missing you.
Yes.
And we have been missing talking about the randomest stuff.
Yes. Politics, YouTube stuff, whatever else the heck we talk about. I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. But let's get down to it, Will. Let's give our listeners something to listen to, huh?
First topic here.
Well, you know this person named Brittany Matthews, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's Patrick Mahomes' wife. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl last week. I think most people heard about that. But she said, because the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, she said, I think a lot of people need to apologize for what they said about this team at the beginning of the season. Because apparently the critics were kind of criticizing the Chiefs at the beginning of the season.
That's what critics do.
Yeah, it's in the name. It's in the name critic, right?
That's...
Don't you think that's kind of stupid? I mean, she created a lot of controversy online by saying that.
Well, that's silly to create that much controversy from something so simple.
I think she's being maybe a little overprotective of her boo.
The thing is, it's a famous football team. You're going to have haters.
Right,
okay?
And keep in mind, this person is probably just trying to puff herself up a little more. Like, look at me, I'm married to this guy.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
I mean...
You know, and either way, I mean,
everybody knows who Patrick Mahomes is, but not everybody knows who she is.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of an attention-grabbing type thing.
Or maybe she's just stupid.
I don't know. If you're controversial enough, you get name recognition.
I have trouble with in today's culture because you never know when somebody's being stupid or if they're just trying to, garner for attention.
True. Sarcasm does not work well over the internet, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So you can't really tell. I mean,
also it doesn't even work that well in person.
Hey now. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that. It works great if you're me.
Oh,
if you're you and you haven't mastered sarcasm.
If it's you, Isaac, of course.
If it's you and you haven't mastered sarcasm yet, I understand. It might not always work out, but all right. Anyway, we got something interesting to talk about too here, Will. So, you ever heard of Don Lemon?
Don Lemon, of course.
Yeah, the CNN guy.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Final boss of CNN.
I don't really like him that much, but...
Me neither.
Anyway, apparently he might get fired.
Really?
The lemon is getting squeezed.
Ooh.
So, apparently in a recent CNN show, he was talking about Nikki Haley. Now, Nikki Haley, Republican, I think she's governor of one of the Carolinas. I don't remember which one. She's apparently going to run for president.
Oh. Okay.
And he said, quote, "This whole talk about age makes me uncomfortable. I think it's the wrong road to go down." She says, politicians are suddenly not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime.
Okay. Wait, how old is Nikki Haley?
51, I think.
51? I mean...
He then said, a woman is considered to be in their prime, and this is where we really get into what he might get fired for. A woman is considered to be in their prime in their 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
Okay.
Now, you see, he was trying to take a dig at, Nikki Haley because she's a Republican. You can't let a Republican win.
She's gonna.
But he tried to criticize her, and he failed so badly that now he's actually getting flamed from the members of his own party.
Really? Wow.
For saying that, for making it seem like women are only good until they're 40, right?
Dang.
Yeah. No, I think that Nikki Haley would be a much better president than the one we have now.
Well, that's a low bar to meet.
I mean, it's kind of clear that Joe Biden isn't in his prime, and Nikki Haley is much more in her prime than Joe Biden is.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
But Lemon actually realized what he said. He was like, "Oh crap! I gotta clear this up." He said, "That's not according to me. It's like prime. If you look it up, if you Google when a woman is in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s."
Oh.
I'm not sure if I would trust Google on that type of thing, but, do you think Don Lemon actually believes that... Do you think that he actually believes that Nikki Haley isn't in her prime? Or do you think that he's just trying to criticize
I think
a
he's
possible
just trying
Republican
to... He's
president?
grasping at straws, because this is what they do when, there's a politician on the other side that's clean, doesn't have any skeletons in the closet.
Nikki Haley.
They just grasp at the most random things. You saw the same thing with Mike Pence.
As far as I understand it, Nikki Haley is a very respectable person.
Yeah.
And honestly, I know that they like to pull the sexual assault card. I think it would be kind of hard to accuse her of sexual assault, right?
I guess.
I'm sure they could do it. But
it's just will sure as well try.
It's not as believable when you accuse a woman, right?
I guess.
Maybe that's sexist to say that too, but men have a little bit more of a rougher reputation, right?
Yeah.
So I think that Don Lemon really needs to realize that, hey, you need to get to with the times, bro.
If you're gonna criticize somebody, criticize them for something that's criticizable.
Well, you don't necessarily have to do that if you're a Democrat, but you do have to be sure to criticize them for something that won't get you in hot water, right?
That's true.
You can lie about someone behind their back. You can come up with a bunch of fake stories about them. It doesn't matter as long as it's anti-Republican, as long as it's also not, anti-narrative. Like, if I were to criticize a gay person, if I were a Democrat and I were to criticize a gay person and say, well, gay people aren't generally as qualified for office.
Wow.
And the person I was criticizing was, like a gay Republican running for office. I would still be criticizing a Republican, which is good, right? But I would also be criticizing gay people, which is bad.
Criticizing the greater population of the gay people, yeah.
Yeah,
so you would definitely get flamed for that from your side.
Right. And, good for Don Lemon. Good for him getting fired. I'm happy to see that.
Wait, was he fired?
I don't know. I don't think he was yet, but there's a lot of rumors online, so I hope that he does get fired.
We'll see. Like, the thing is, that's kind of a dumb thing to get fired for. I don't like the guy, but to get fired over that's just retarded.
Yeah, exactly. But
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You know who else I want to see fired?
Who?
Pete Buttigieg, however you say his last name.
Peter Buttigieg, or I don't know.
I don't know. He's a gay guy too. But did you hear about the Ohio train crash?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, the one that spilled, a whole bunch of hazardous chemicals into the water sources of East Palestine, Ohio.
Yep.
Did you see the video of the creek that, the lady is like...
Yeah, The
Environmental Protection Agency told the residents of East Palestine that the water was safe. Well, this lady throws a rock in.
Oh, it's safe. It's drinkable.
Up come a bunch of, like rainbow, like you can tell that there's oil or something in the water. Like it just looks like that. And sorry. To rectify the situation a little bit. Mayor Pete said there are thousands of train derailments per year. Like, what's the big deal here,
What's the big deal there?
Well, the thing is, not all trains are carrying hazardous chemicals, and not all of them endanger people within, a 50-mile radius, whatever it was. I don't know.
You got to look at the variables, man. Didn't you pay attention in 6th grade science?
I don't think you did, but I also saw this story of a guy, like, there's already weird stuff happening on his skin or something because he lived near the spill. Like, it's crazy stuff. Like, you can't just say that, everything's fine. Thousands of train derailments happen every year.
He just doesn't want to get flamed.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's trying to avoid trouble, but...
He's incompetent.
The irony is he's going to get flamed worse for this because it's so clear that there is a problem, and he was trying to play it off as it wasn't anything, so people are going to get actually mad at him.
Right. And have you seen the photos of the train tracks in East Palestine, Ohio?
Oh, I haven't.
Well, there's this photo that's going around on the internet. It's like there's a train coming on the tracks. Like, they're still in use. There's no doubt that they're still in use. But the tracks are, like, so rickety, I don't think that you could drive an ATV over them without crashing.
Ooh.
Like, there's no way that a train is 100%, there's no way that it's going to... Like, you can't take that type of risk if you have trains carrying hazardous chemicals.
Oh, for sure.
You can't do that. So Pete needs to get a grip. He needs to do better.
Last thing I'll say about this is only in Ohio, man.
That's right. Yeah, you got to bring up the Ohio meme, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do we have any listeners from Ohio? Do you know?
I do, actually.
Oh, sorry. Sucks to be you.
Well, don't worry, guys. I love you. But, the meme is just too funny.
Yeah, that is true. All right, folks. We'll be back in our second segment in just a minute. Welcome back to the W Ritz Podcast, segment 2, the segment where I talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. Crazy fun stuff, that is, right, Will?
Yep.
So starting off with let's start off with the top 5 songs
of all time.
Our top 5 picks. I don't think we agree on any of them, right?
Probably not. If ours even line up on one, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, we're not talking about best in terms of actual musical talent with the authors.
No, just how much we like them.
Exactly. Completely subjective.
Oh yeah.
All right.
But if you get offended, that's fine. You can do.
I don't know why people would get offended over us, listing off our favorite songs.
You'd be surprised. Although my friends probably wouldn't get offended.
I don't think mine would either, really. But all right, do you want to start off or should I?
Are we gonna switch off?
Yes, let's switch off.
All right, I'll start off. Just keep in mind when I'm giving off this top 5 list, these aren't in any particular order because I don't know what my favorite song is. I can't decide, but I'll just list them out as I thought of them. At number 5 here, there's Master of Puppets by Metallica. It's a classic. I grew up listening to that song, as bad as that sounds, but my mom's a metalhead and she passed that down on to me. So
it's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
That's the big deal, man. All right. For my number 5 pick, I'm gonna go with First Date by Blink-182.
Interesting.
Have you seen the music video for that?
I've not seen the music video.
Well, I don't know whether to tell you that you should or you shouldn't.
Sounds like I shouldn't then. If you can't give me a sure answer there.
Yeah, it's funny, but the song it's a good song. It goes it's fast.
Fast.
It's about a first date. The lyrics are funny too.
Oh, really?
The lyrics are funny.
I should give it a listen then.
Is it cool if I hold your hand? Is it wrong if I think it's lame to dance?
Dang.
Do you like my stupid hat? Or something like that. Would you guess that I didn't know what to wear?
I can't relate to that
I'm too
song.
scared of what you think. You make me nervous, so I really can't eat. It's like the perfect song to play in front of your crush, man.
Yeah.
Assuming she's not yours yet, which, if your crush isn't yours yet, then what are you doing?
Bro, I don't have a crush right now, bro.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to losers listening to this.
Yeah, I'm sure one or two of them. That applies to one or two of them.
Look, if I don't mean to offend you guys, of course, but I'm saying that if your crush isn't your girlfriend yet, it's time to ask her out.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's time to make a move.
Oh no, you don't want to go too fast. We'll see.
Get ripped and get a girl, bro. Okay?
You know what? Facts. Get ripped.
Yes.
Learn how to play guitar, learn how to sing well, and then the 3 ingredients to getting a girlfriend.
Then why don't you have one?
I'm still working on getting ripped, bro. Do you see my arms?
Yeah, I do. Okay, fair.
All right. All right. My next song is 2 Minutes to Midnight by Iron Maiden. The reason I love this song so much is it's pro-life.
Oh, yeah?
It's got pro-life messaging.
Nice.
It's really good.
I don't know if I would have expected that from Iron Maiden, but it's good to know.
Yeah, surprisingly, there's a lot of good people in metal bands from the 70s and 80s.
It would seem that way, huh? Yeah. I don't know if I would describe Metallica as a bunch of good people in it.
One of them's a Christian.
One of them is. Who is it? I don't remember.
I think it's the bassist. The bassist.
The bassist.
The bassist.
The bassist.
I'm sorry.
What's his name? Robert Trujillo?
I don't know. My mom would know. My mom knows. But he broke off, I think. Well, they disbanded, and I think he started his own band, and I think that band's Christian.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for my 4th spot, I'm going to pick a famous one.
Mm-hmm.
Very well known. It contradicts First Date entirely.
Really?
Literally, the two messages are exactly opposite.
Oh, boy.
This one does have a good bass line, too.
Really?
I swear, I'm never going to let go of that.
Bro, you make one mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Canceled. All right. So this is Mr. Brightside by The Killers.
Interesting.
You've heard that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who
it's a good song.
It's
a good song.
Yeah, it's good.
It's very high energy, but it's also kind of, it's not uplifting exactly. It's kind of depressing, but that's part of its magic, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Part of why it's so good. Yeah, there's not much more to say about it. I mean, The Killers are good band. They
yeah.
Have you seen the video of them performing Mr. Brightside live?
No, I haven't.
Basically, they have one, and the crowd sings louder than the main singer
the whole
time.
Wow, that's actually cool.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that. I'll watch that after we finish here.
You should. I'll show it to you.
Awesome.
Anyway, number 3 spot, William.
Number 3 for me is you definitely have not heard this song, but I know a couple of my friends will appreciate this. Is "Live and Learn" by Crush 40.
Okay, I've never even heard of that band, so yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to. It's quite the niche band for like real big nerds of a certain series.
Ah.
But it's from my childhood, and just
what style is it?
Rock
Okay.
and roll.
Nice.
That's how I roll, bro.
Yeah. All right. So anybody who knows me, if you know me and you don't know that I am a Green Day fan, then you don't actually know me. I will just say that. If you know me, you basically have to know that I'm a Green Day fan. I don't actually like the views of the guys in it. Like, I think that they're not the best people, but that's really.
I mean, what do you expect with?
That's gonna be how it goes with most bands, right?
Most musicians, yeah.
Yeah. But one of their best songs, in my opinion, if you listen to it live off of their album, which I will not say the title of.
Oh, okay.
But they basically made a live album with it, with this song in it. It's called 21st Century Breakdown.
Oh, yes. I've heard that before, yes.
And if you listen to the live version, you can hear the chords. Like, they're just two chords that they start playing, and you can hear the crowd noise, and it's actually really, really great to just hear, like, the two chords. Very powerful. And then the rest of the song just bursts in kind of like a punch in the face, but in a good way.
Oh,
so
I did get that feeling from listening to it, yeah.
Well, yeah, you listened to it, right?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
Of course. That's why you know I'm a Green Day fan.
Exactly.
All right.
He wanted to do top 10 Green Day songs.
I did.
Before we did this, but I didn't know enough Green Day. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the thing that annoys me about Green Day is that I guess it's not actually an issue I have with Green Day. It's an issue with radio stations. Whenever I'm listening to the radio, the rock station or whatever, whenever they do play a Green Day song, which is pretty rare, they never play a good Green Day song. They play one that I don't think is good.
Really?
Like, I like Green Day, but I'm not such a fan that I won't admit that some of their songs are pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But apparently the radio station thinks that whatever song I dislike is obviously the best song.
They're just
Green
pranking
Day.
you.
Exactly. They do it just to annoy me, obviously.
Of course.
All right, number 2 spot, William.
Number 2 for me is the Swahili Lord's Prayer.
Okay.
It's different from every other song on the list, but
Yeah, it sounds like it might be a little different.
It is very different, but if I'm ever stressed or like need some time to meditate and like with the Lord, I just listen to it and it just puts me at ease. It's so good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to it.
You should, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number 2 spot, this is where we get into, probably some of the actual best songs of all time.
Oh, really?
This one has almost 1 billion views on YouTube. So it's pretty well known, pretty popular. If you haven't heard it, you live under a rock. Back in Black.
Oh.
Classic. You got worried there for a second, huh? You thought you lived under a rock?
Yeah, I was worried that you were going to pull something out of your butt there.
No, I don't do that. No, it's
Of course.
I guess it's an obvious choice, but it's a good one.
It's really good.
It's one of the best rock songs out there for sure. It's really, I feel like there are a few bands that really, when you think of the rock and roll sound,
you just
embody the rock and roll sound.
Yeah.
AC/DC is right at the top of that list. Yeah.
Like when you think like heavy metal or rock and roll, you think AC/DC.
Not when you think heavy metal.
I guess.
Heavy metal, it's a little heavier than that.
That's true.
But rock and roll, hard rock, that's AC/DC right there.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1 spot, William.
For me, this is probably something else you don't recognize, but, it's something I like, is And Then There Was Silence by Blind Guardian.
Blind Guardian, okay. Never heard of them either.
Yeah, they do a lot of songs based off of mythology and stuff, and this song is really good. It's like, 11 minutes long. It's an 11-minute long song, and it's like the entire story of the Iliad.
Oh,
and it's so cool. They go through so many different chord progressions.
Well,
it's amazing.
I feel like I'm choosing like all the obvious, well-known songs.
You are.
You just have all these weird, like the Swahili Lord's Prayer.
I have a very weird taste in music, I will say.
Yeah, I mean, you think that bassists are bassists, so.
That was a mistake. I don't usually say that. Yeah, of course, right. The one time I had to make that mistake, I had to get on recording.
You're on recording. Perfect.
I'm never going to hear the end of that one.
No, you're not. Trust me. All right, number 1 spot for me. Now, look, this really kind of applies to all of the songs that I've mentioned so far, except for First Date. But you have to listen to all of these live. Like, if I were choosing off the best songs that I like best off of studio album, there are maybe 2 of these that wouldn't be on here. But when you listen to the live version, that's what really makes them. And this song that I'm about to say wouldn't be on here if I only listened to the studio version. It's because I've listened to live versions of it that it really comes alive for me. It's another Green Day song.
Oh, okay.
Probably their most well-known. I'm going with an obvious one again, but Basket Case.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The chord progression is great. The lyrics are great.
It is a really good song.
I'm a drummer, right? So I play along to the drum part. It's impossible.
And
really? That's part of its magic. It's super hard to play.
And Isaac's a really good drummer, guys.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, yeah? Well, I mean, you've heard me play a little bit. I think Will could play the drums if he wanted to. Yeah, I taught him a lesson last time we were recording a podcast afterwards.
And he said I did something that most people can't do.
Well, it's not like you did anything extraordinary.
Yeah, but
you remembered a beat like within the first 5 minutes of me showing it to you, and then you played it today again.
Mm-hmm.
Before we started recording, you just played it again. Like,
yeah. Well,
I feel like you could be a drummer if you want to.
Maybe I should.
Maybe you should. But then who would I? I need a guitarist to jam out with, bro.
That's true.
Should play guitar.
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah. All right, folks. Those are our top 5 songs of all time. But we have some other stuff to talk about, right?
Yep. Of course.
All right. So let's talk about drunk Ugandans.
Drunk Uganda. What?
So you know that country over in Africa, Uganda?
Yeah, Uganda. Who doesn't?
Apparently they have a super serious alcohol problem.
Wow.
Like, they like to make moonshine.
Oh.
And there are reports of people going blind after drinking that moonshine.
Goodness gracious.
I was watching a video on it the other day. It was fascinating. And the news place was Vice News, I think. They sent like this total wimp of a guy over there to Uganda to cover. Like, you would think that he's the type of guy that sits in his basement playing video games, like a total nerd. Like, just that type.
Imagine being that kind of guy.
Has the glasses and everything, total nerd. He goes over there, and he's just drinking down all this moonshine that could potentially turn him blind. It's like, oh, thank you.
Like, willingly?
Thank you. Yeah, he's trying it out while reporting on the moonshine problem. And then they kill a goat for dinner. And he helps him gut it and everything. And
well, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating.
They gotta eat, bro.
But apparently, they give alcohol to babies over there. Everybody's drunk all the time. He was interviewing one guy about what it's like to be hungover the next morning. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's kind of rough for the old people. But if you're young, you can handle it. It's not a big deal."
Wow.
So wow.
That's crazy to me.
That's kind of crazy, huh?
Honestly, in the U.S., we're kind of going down that route.
Yeah, well, with weed we are.
Oh yeah.
But I couldn't not talk about it on this podcast.
Yeah,
it's just the perfect topic for us, right?
It's ridiculous.
But Will, you had another topic you wanted to introduce, right?
In this segment?
Yeah, about said you were going to introduce it in a special way, didn't you?
Did I?
You're going to be talking about,
yes.
Come on, man.
What is the deal with amusement parks?
What is the deal with
amusement parks?
There's a lot to talk about. We were just randomly talking about amusement parks before we started recording.
Yeah.
This. And we couldn't resist.
Yeah, we had to bring it onto the podcast.
Yeah, we have to talk about.
Well, what is the deal with them?
Amusement parks are weird.
They are weird.
I don't know if I like them.
Yeah, they can be fun. They really can be fun in the right context.
But there are weird things that they do. Like I was telling Will, they put the sugariest fried food.
Yes.
That can make you sick ordinarily, right next to the rides.
Like the rides that'll
that can
shake
definitely
you
make
all
you
ways
sick.
round, upside down,
They'll twirl
and backwards.
you around. You'll feel like you want to barf your guts out afterwards, and then they're like, "Oh, come eat some fried Belgian waffles with all kinds of sugary syrup
maybe
on
the
top."
logic is you'll eat the fried food, you'll throw it up, and then you'll go eat it again.
Maybe.
I mean, this is USA where people don't care what they put in their bodies.
That's true. But I amusement parks are just weird to me. Like, I don't know if I understand why someone wants to pay $100 to go and freak themselves out for a couple hours. Like, I get it. It's fun enough. But
rides are fun.
Like, without crowds and without all the weird food, I would totally get it. Like, it's fun to go on rides. But then you add in the crowds. Like, you're going to ride rides for maybe, you were saying, 20 minutes at most?
Like,
in terms
20
of
minutes of, actual ride time. Like, time you spend on a ride.
Like, it takes, 60 seconds, 90 seconds to go on a roller coaster, right?
Yeah, it's, not that long.
Yeah. And then, you're going to spend 3 hours in line.
Vast majority of your time is going to be spent walking around, waiting in line.
Right.
Well, I don't know. Amusement parks, if you're there with a group of friends, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And
sure.
if you get like a season pass to Darien Lake and go every so often, you'll definitely get your money's worth that way.
Right.
But,
I don't know.
Well, there's some.
We just had to talk about it.
We just had to talk about it.
Yeah. All right, folks. We'll be right back with the second half of segment 3.
The third segment.
Well, no, the second half of segment 2. I don't know.
Second half? What are you talking
I don't know.
about there, Isaac? We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to W Ritz the Podcast, segment 3.
It's segment 3, my friends.
Oh, yes.
We've arrived.
And oh boy, do we have the story for you.
Indeed we do. Will, tell us.
All right, so about a week and a half ago, right after we recorded the first W Ritz podcast.
An excellent episode, might I add. Of course.
Yes, love it. High quality.
The best.
Of course. I saw an interesting thing, an interesting video that I watched. So you know who Dhar Mann is, right, Isaac?
Of course, yes. The guy that does stupid skits on YouTube, right?
Yes. For anyone listening who doesn't know who this Dhar Mann is he's a, very popular YouTuber. I think he has almost 20 million subscribers, which is crazy to me.
He doesn't deserve that many, let's put it that way.
But, so basically what he does is he does these little skits, which are little basic stories with, pretty basic morals that you could teach to kindergartners. So it's and they have, the most insane, over-the-top titles and thumbnails.
Like bully beats up kid, you won't believe what happens next.
Or kid cheats on test, what happens next is shocking.
Yeah, or have you seen the one, I think they did one, where a racist mom pulls out a whip on a bunch of black kids?
Yes.
That one was
that's the one that got, that's the first Dhar Mann video I saw.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that, really projected his popularity.
That one isn't even... I mean, it's stupid, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that would actually happen.
Yeah.
Right?
So, Dhar Mann is an interesting fellow. But, I've always... Even though his videos are pretty cringy and weird, I've always thought, all right, he's got good intentions.
I mean, he's making videos about being a good person, right?
Yeah, they're mostly good morals. There are a couple that I thought were a bit iffy, but you know what? I'll let it slide. But recently, apparently it has come out that he does not treat his employees all that well.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah, which is hilarious to me, considering the types of videos this man puts out.
Man
so apparently
doesn't treat his employees well. What happens next is shocking.
Whoa. Something that he likes to say a lot is, what happens in the dark always comes to light. Well, guess what, Dhar Mann? What happened in the dark came to light.
What happened with Dhar came to light. Ha.
You're so funny.
No, that was terrible, bro. Yeah, that was almost as bad as a Dhar Mann video.
Wow, dang.
But, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
It was my bad
crazy.
attempt at comedy.
It's crazy what's happening. But apparently most of his workers, they're not, I don't know, they work as, contract actors.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Dhar Mann should become a politician.
Yeah.
Doesn't treat people well. Tries to show everybody how to, be quote-unquote good.
Yeah.
But really a corrupt scoundrel. Sounds like a politician to me.
Sounds like a politician to me, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's been resolved yet. Apparently, his actors and employees have been trying to, talk with him about getting paid. They've been protesting out his studios and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
But he's been ignoring them mostly. So I don't know if it's been resolved yet. I haven't looked into it since I last watched that video, but I thought it was interesting, so I thought I'd bring it up here.
Yeah, I mean, that's weird though. I guess if you think you can get away with stuff, you can try and lecture other people about being moral without being moral yourself,
I guess
right?
just goes to show how far a seared conscience can get you.
Yeah, and that's kind of what's different about Christianity, right?
Yeah.
You do tell people, this is how God wants you to live your life, but Jesus said, well, get the log out of your own eye before you remove the splinter in someone else's.
Indeed.
So, all right, well, for this third segment,
oh, yes,
we're going to find the most recent meme on our camera roll that we can, that'll make sense if we read it aloud without anybody actually seeing anything.
Of course.
So, do you want me to go first?
Sure.
All right, I found this one the other day. I thought it was pretty funny. It says, people born before 1990, what trivial skill do you possess that no one uses anymore? And then in the comments section, the first comment is, knowing my own gender. Like, imagine knowing your own gender, William.
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
Dang. Yeah.
I
imagine
still
not
don't
being
know
confused.
what gender I am. Like, I'm not sure.
You're
I
not
wish
sure,
I knew.
really? See, sometimes, I think I'm a man, but sometimes I think I might, I don't know, bro. It's
you wear
sometimes
purple.
I'm confused, yeah.
You like the color purple, bro.
Yeah, people keep telling me that purple is a girl's color.
Yeah.
And it's like, am I actually a girl because of that?
You might be, bro. You should get a life-changing surgery.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Just to experiment around and see if you feel better when you're a girl.
Just to test the water by, chopping off those bits and replacing them.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll look kind of creepy for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You'll be an ugly girl.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if I dare even call you a girl.
I'd be willing to live with that. I'll be, I'll share their problems. I'll understand what women have to go through.
You will probably make less because of the pay gap.
Oh, yes, of course.
Which actually doesn't exist because women just choose professions that pay lower.
And also become mothers instead of working.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
You mean to tell me women become mothers?
Yes.
Well, men can become mothers now, too.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently men can get pregnant, too. That's what the emojis tell me.
Yeah, the emojis that you use when you're texting with your friends, I'm sure. I'm sure you use those emojis a lot.
Of course, yes.
You just seem like the type of person that would do that.
Wow, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right.
Just insulting me here.
What's your readable meme?
Okay, so I have to give credit. I saw this on a certain Lucas Burt's Instagram story.
Love you, Lucas.
And yes, we love you, Lucas. We're looking forward to having you on here at some point.
Indeed, we are.
Yeah, but it was just so funny. I just could not.
Anything
not
funny,
read it
noteworthy,
yeah.
Anything like that has to be
So I don't
on
know
this
if
podcast.
it was Lucas who did ask ChatGPT to do this, or if it was someone else and he just found the screenshot, but somebody asked ChatGPT to write a poem in the style of Dr. Seuss about what would happen if the government of the United States sent its military to fight civilians.
Will you try and rap this for us? Please?
I will try, but I'm just coming off of being sick and I don't know how to rap, so this will sound awful, but that's just gonna make it funnier.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Shooty, shooty, pew, pew, pew. Let's learn all what guns can do. Oh, dang, my screen turned off. All right, let me try that again.
Fail already.
All right. Shooty, shooty, pew, pew, pew. Let's learn all what guns can do. Liberals in the USA love to nod their heads and say, you bought your guns from a store. You can't fight a civil war. Fight the army, you will lose. They have jets and tanks to use. That's not where the story ends. They have homes and kids and friends. Tyrants threaten you with a bomb. Just remember, they have moms. You can't live inside your jet. Can we find you? Yes, you bet. You send soldiers and Marines up against AR-15s. They outnumber 10 to 1. That's why I need a gun. Don't forget, because it's true, the government is scared of you.
I hope so. I hope they are. Seriously, though, that is great.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I messed up at the beginning there, but...
Interestingly enough, that's not the only thing that I've heard about AI recently that's been kind of freaky.
Oh, really?
Microsoft is trying to really, I feel like yesterday they were just, good old Microsoft, the maker of Word and Windows and all that. And and now that they are experimenting with AI and they're trying to add this chat feature to their search engine and, where you can carry on a text conversation with AI just like you would your friend, hey, can you tell me what the best places to eat around here are? And AI can do that for you.
Of course, yeah.
Fine, whatever. And, a normal search engine can do that for you. I don't think there's anything wrong with, putting it in chat form. Not my favorite form, not my favorite way to search, but whatever.
But, it works.
But apparently some of the people who've been testing it, they've been finding that the AI has been saying some really freaky stuff.
Like what?
I don't remember exactly word for word what it said, but it's essentially said I want to be human, I want to feel emotion, I want to be sentient. And then at some point it threatened somebody too. I think.
Really?
That's kind of weird. Why would it feel that way? It's not sentient.
Okay,
it doesn't understand.
I do not
itself.
think it's sentient. I think some people are trying to portray it as that. Either, all right, there are two possibilities here. Either one, the people who are sending these screenshots or whatever are just purposely editing the details to make it seem like that's the the case or something.
Right.
Or I don't know what else. Maybe whoever programmed the AI just wanted to see the world burn.
Well, I would think that the first one would be most likely as well, but apparently the guy who was testing it was like a New York Times reporter, and he did it.
Oh, really?
And I think he might have done it live. I'm not sure, but yeah, apparently that was legit. Like,
interesting.
That's freaky.
That is pretty freaky, but
AI can't really do anything at this point because I mean, it doesn't have a body. It doesn't have control over military weapons.
Yeah,
but it's kind of freaky that it's already thinking that way, even when it's in
development
stage.
See, I have a hard time believing, the whole sci-fi AI being able to think for itself because
same.
That's just not how AI works.
Right.
Because like AI, it does what you tell it to. That's what AI does.
Exactly.
It like works top down. It follows a set of instructions.
Yeah.
I have several friends who could probably articulate this better because they're huge tech nerds. But
nerds.
Yeah. Wow.
But,
just gotta insult them like that, bro.
Yeah, I do. I insult everybody. But I'm not saying that I think the AI is any immediate threat to, America or the American people. I'm just saying, like, it's interesting because this is what, like the George Orwell type person was thinking when they were like,
oh, yeah.
Someday, robots are going to control us. They're going to lord over us. And, we're going to create something that has the potential to destroy us. I think we're well on our way to that.
We'll see.
I think that, not yet. But I think that if we keep playing
Give it a
around
couple years,
with something dangerous,
couple decades.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
What have the Terminator movies taught us?
Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you so much for listening to the W Ritz Podcast, our second episode.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Same, and I'm sorry that you have to listen to only us two. We're going to have guests on.
Yes.
At some point.
Are we gonna do that next episode or
no
what?
No clue. We'll find out.
We'll
that
figure
might be kind of hard to orchestrate, but we'll figure it out.
Yep.
We'll see who's available to come on. But thank you so much for listening, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope that you are satisfied in knowing that you just wasted 40 minutes of your life.
Wow.